Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news all right, Eagles fans. Let's dive right into some intriguing rumors and potential roster moves that could shake up the NFC East and, more importantly, give our beloved Eagles a serious edge as they gear up for the 2025 season. The buzz around the league right now is centered on a name that has been linked to Philadelphia more than once over the past few months. Justin Simmons, the veteran safety who has been making waves in the NFL for quite some time. And let me tell you, this isn't just some fleeting rumor. There's substance behind the speculation, and it's got us all thinking about what could be next for the Eagles' secondary. Justin Simmons, for those who might not be as familiar, is a 31-year-old safety with a reputation for being a versatile ball-hawking player. He's been a mainstay in Denver since he entered the league back in 2016, initially drafted in the third round by the Broncos. Over the years, Simmons has built a reputation as one of the league's most reliable safeties, known for his instincts, coverage skills, and leadership on the field. Last season, he played 16 games for the Atlanta Falcons after signing a one-year deal, and while the numbers weren't eye-popping, 62 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 7 passes defensed, they demonstrated enough to keep him in the conversation as a potential target for teams looking to bolster their secondary. Now, why are the Eagles so interested in a player like Simmons? Well, if we take a quick step back and analyze the Eagles' current situation, it makes perfect sense. Philadelphia's secondary has been under the microscope for some time now. After the departure of C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who was traded to the Houston Texans, the Eagles' safety corps lost a key playmaker. Gardner-Johnson was instrumental in the team's success, especially during the 2024 Super Bowl run, where he played a pivotal role in the defense's dominance. His ability to make plays, create turnovers, and cover ground was a significant factor in Philly's defensive identity. The decision to move on from Gardner-Johnson, though it raised eyebrows at the time, was driven by salary cap considerations, as revealed by head coach Vic Fangio, who mentioned that financial constraints played a role in the decision. Gardner-Johnson, for all his talent, was due for a big contract, and the Eagles had to make some tough choices to stay under the cap. But as many fans have pointed out, losing a player of his caliber leaves a noticeable gap in the back end of the defense. And that's where Justin Simmons, with his experience and proven track record, comes into play. Simmons, having played most of his NFL career with the Broncos, has been a consistent performer. Last season, even in a different system, he showcased that he still has plenty of football left in him. His ability to read plays, fill gaps, and make crucial interceptions makes him a perfect fit for a team that's looking to contend year after year. And with the Eagles' head coach Nick Sirianni and defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, who has a history of maximizing defensive talent, Simmons could be the perfect short-term solution to fill the void and give the secondary an immediate upgrade. Let's talk about what this potential move could mean for Philadelphia. First, it's about stability and experience. Simmons is a seasoned veteran who's been through the battles, injuries, tough games, playoff pressure, and he knows how to handle the spotlight. His leadership qualities could be invaluable, especially for a young secondary that's still developing. Plus, his ability to cover multiple roles in the secondary adds flexibility, something the Eagles have always valued in their defensive schemes. And let's not forget, the connection to Vic Fangio is a big part of this puzzle. Fangio's defenses are known for their complex coverages and aggressive playmaking, and Simmons thrived under his system in Denver. The familiarity with Fangio's schemes, combined with the chance to reunite with a coach who has a proven track record of maximizing defensive talent, makes this a move that just makes sense on many fronts. It's not just about filling a roster spot. It's about adding a player who can instantly elevate the level of the secondary and bring a winning mentality to the team. Now, it's interesting to note that the Eagles' management has shown a willingness to explore these kinds of moves, especially in what's shaping up to be a competitive NFC landscape. The NFC East is no longer just the Cowboys and Giants battling for supremacy. The Eagles have clearly established themselves as a powerhouse, thanks to their solid roster, innovative coaching, and the development of key players like Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith. But to stay on top, they know they have to keep evolving, and adding a player like Simmons might just be the piece that pushes them over the edge. And it's not just about supplementing the defense. It's about sending a message: Philly isn't resting on its laurels. They're willing to make bold moves, even if it means adding a veteran for a short-term boost. The goal is clear: build a team that's capable of competing for a Super Bowl every year, and that means making strategic acquisitions that can make an immediate impact. Simmons, with his experience, leadership, and talent, could be that guy. Of course, there are some questions. Will the Broncos be willing to trade Simmons? What would the trade cost be? And how does this impact the team's overall cap situation? These are the details that fans and analysts are dissecting right now. But the fact remains, if the Eagles make this move, it could be one of the most underrated offseason moves of 2025, giving them a boost on defense that's hard to ignore. Looking ahead, the Eagles' roster is already stacked in many areas. Jalen Hurts continues to grow as a franchise quarterback, showing maturity and leadership that make him one of the league's most exciting players. The receiving core, led by A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, is among the best in the NFL, capable of putting up big numbers on any given Sunday. The offensive line is solid, and the running game remains effective under the guidance of offensive coordinator Brian Johnson. But the defense, especially the secondary, is where a little extra firepower could make all the difference. Simmons could be that spark, a veteran presence who can help guide the younger safeties and cornerbacks, creating a more cohesive, disciplined unit. And speaking of the defense, it's worth mentioning how much Philadelphia's defensive philosophy has evolved over the past few seasons. From the aggressive, blitz-heavy approach under Jim Schwartz to the more hybrid, Vic Fangio-inspired schemes, the Eagles have shown a willingness to adapt and innovate. Simmons, with his versatile skill set, fits perfectly into this puzzle. His ability to play close to the line, cover deep, or even drop into zone coverage adds layers of complexity to Philly's defensive looks. This flexibility is exactly what Fangio's system demands, and Simmons' familiarity with that system, or at least his proven success under similar schemes, makes him an even more attractive target for the Eagles. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the broader context here. The NFC East has become one of the most competitive divisions in recent years, with the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders all investing heavily to improve their rosters. The Cowboys, in particular, are always a threat with their top-tier defense and offensive weapons. The Giants are on the rise, and Washington is looking to bounce back after a tough 2024. For the Eagles, staying ahead of this pack is crucial, and adding a player like Simmons could be the move that solidifies their dominance. It's about maintaining that edge, staying flexible, and being ready for the playoff grind. And let's not forget the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. This franchise has always been about resilience, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. From the Buddy Ryan defenses to the iconic Super Bowl LII victory, the Eagles have a tradition of making bold moves at the right time. This potential acquisition of Simmons fits perfectly into that narrative, an aggressive, strategic move to reinforce a team that's already among the best in the league. Fans are excited, and rightfully so. It's the kind of move that could define the next chapter of Eagles football. As we look towards the upcoming season, the excitement is palpable. The team's chemistry is building, the coaching staff is sharp, and the fans are more passionate than ever. But winning championships is all about making those key additions, those strategic signings, and smart trades that can make a real difference on the field. Simmons could be just that piece, the veteran leader who helps guide the secondary to new heights. And if the Eagles do manage to pull this off, it could be a game-changer not just for this season, but for the next few years to come. So, Eagles fans, what do you think? Is Justin Simmons the missing piece? Do you believe this move could push the Eagles back into Super Bowl contention? Or do you think there are other areas where the team should focus their attention? I want to hear all your thoughts in the comments below because your opinions matter so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, this is just the beginning. More updates, rumors, and analysis are on the way, so stay tuned. I'll be back soon with the latest Philadelphia Eagles news, and as always, we'll keep you in the loop on everything happening in the NFC East and beyond. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news.